Each November, leaders and companies from the agricultural community come together to share information and updates at the National Association of Farm Broadcasting Convention. Let's check in with Russell Nimitz, who was there in Kansas City.
Well, there's no question that international trade continues to play a very important role for the overall success of the U.S. beef cattle industry. And our friends at Rabobank AgriFinance have just released their Global Animal Protein Outlook report. And with us from Rabobank AgriFinance to talk more about the significance of that report is their Don Close. Talk about some of those highlights and why international demand is so important to U.S. beef cattle producers.
Yeah, the real backstory there is the growth we are seeing in China. We're expecting to see that growth continue in 2022, but it's not just China. Japan continues to be our largest customer. South Korea is a very close second. And as I said, China has replaced Mexico as our number 3 customer. So the volume and the demand for U.S. quality product going into Southeast Asia is going to continue to be a driver in our market.
Which indeed is some very good news for producers across the countryside. Bringing things a little bit closer to home, domestic demand, prices at the meat case these days. Consumers are starting to see food prices on the rise. Talk about how inflation could or is going to affect beef demand.
I don't think we can talk our way around the fact that inflation is front and center on everyone's mind. But if you look at where we're at with the more meals at home because of the whole COVID thing, we're setting USDA prices for October. We were at $7.40 on the all beef price. We're $7.80 on choice beef, and we think those prices are going to hold. As we see supplies contract in 2022, we're still talking the 2 to 4% growth in exports, as we've already referenced. So as that supply tightens, and we could see some shift in which items consumers are buying because of constraints on the budget, but overall beef demand remaining incredibly strong.
Absolutely, and the bottom line is whether it's demand here at home or around the world, I mean, international trade and consumers here, it really does put more money in the producer's pocket.
We've been the work of USDA, U.S. trade ambassadors, the USMEF, NCBA, the work that has been put in by the industry to grow exports, to build that relationship with China, it's clearly paying dividends. And I think as we're looking at exports as a percent of production of all beef and variety meats, in excess of that 15% level, we're finally seeing a volume of trade there that is significantly showing up in cattle and beef prices.
Well, as always, we appreciate you joining us here on Cattleman to Cattleman.
Russell, always enjoy it. Thank you.
All right, and cattle producers across the country can hear more from Don Close and all the others at Rabobank AgriFinance at the upcoming NCBA Convention and Trade Show headed for Houston, Texas, February 1st through the 3rd during next year's Cattlemen's College.
To stay informed on the issues facing you as a cattle producer, and to help support your industry, think about becoming a member of NCBA. It's important and easy to do. Just call 866-233-3872, or you can visit our website, ncba.org.